Imagine you're standing inside a colossal machine as tall as a skyscraper, engines roaring like thunder, the air thick with the stench of ozone and burning oil, and every step you take could crush an entire squad of soldiers in an instant. But this isn't a dream of power. This is a steel hell, where frail humans are swallowed alive within the belly of the Empire's titans, and life inside it is more merciless than any battlefield out there. The hiss of metal, the roar of plasma engines, and the slow, thunderous heartbeat, these are the first sounds you hear when stepping inside a Titan. There is no sunlight here, only the flicker of data screens and the crackle of electricity running through burning pipes. Every breath reeks of ozone, sweat, and burnt oil. Every human heartbeat merges with the rhythmic pulse of this iron monster. A Titan is not merely a war machine. It is a living entity. In Warhammer 40K, they call it the God-Machine, the machine of the gods. And you are just a tiny cell within its vast, colossal body. A Titan's crew is small. One Princeps, the commander, two Moderati, control aides, and several servitors, brain-implanted, half-human, half-machine beings built only to obey. Each crew member is neurally linked to the interface system, feeling the Titan as though it were their own body. When the Titan takes a step, they feel its weight. When it's struck by enemy fire, they feel pain. But don't mistake this for an honor filled with glory. Inside a Titan, there is no room for error. A half-second hesitation can doom an entire unit to fiery oblivion. The Princeps resides within the command throne, a place where all senses are consumed by the Titan. Their body merges with the manifold, the Titan's mechanical nerve network. Once synchronized, they cease to be human. Their emotions, memories, and consciousness are absorbed by the Titan in exchange for the right to wield its destructive power. The command chamber is never silent. Every impact, every footstep of the Titan resounds like thunder shaking the bones. You hear the groaning of metal, the strain of cables, and somewhere within, the whisper of the machine spirit, the soul of the Titan. Those who have been there say that sometimes, when you look at the control panel, the Titan looks back. The machine spirit is not easily tamed. It is proud, violent, and at times defiant even toward its pilot. That's why every Titan ignition is a sacred ritual. Tech-Priests chant litanies, offer incense, and pray to the Omnissiah, the god of the machine, for his blessing before the Titan marches into war. For the crew, serving inside a Titan is both a holy honor and a living sentence. The air is suffocating, the space claustrophobic, and the endless noise gnaws at the mind until time itself loses meaning. Some say that after years within a Titan, they no longer dream of humans, only of red-lit consoles and the sound of metal groaning in the dark. You think you control the Titan? You're wrong. The Titan controls you. When a Titan awakens, the entire behemoth trembles as if taking a deep breath. Plasma energy surges through thousands of conduits, creating a sound like wind screaming through the depths of hell. One by one, indicator lights flare to life, joints and pistons begin to move. Inside the command throne, the Princeps, the soul of the Titan, closes his eyes, linking his mind through the neural manifold. Streams of data, images, and raw sensations flood his consciousness, merging with the Titan's pulse. He sees through the Titan's eyes, hears through radar, smells through chemical sensors, and feels the weight of thousands of tons of steel beneath his feet. The Princeps is never alone. Two Moderati sit on either side, his eyes and hands. They monitor radar, navigation systems, and weapons coordination. One manages the plasma cannons, the other controls the heavy artillery batteries. When the Princeps gives a command, they must respond instantly, without hesitation. Inside a Titan, even a single second of delay means the death of an entire regiment. Behind them stand the servitors, half-human, half-machine beings created solely to obey. Their faces are expressionless, most of their brains replaced by control implants. They connect directly to the mechanical systems, pumping energy, maintaining pressure stability, and regulating the plasma core's temperature. One mistake, and the heat inside the cockpit could soar to 80 degrees within minutes, roasting the entire crew alive. But they do not fear. Servitors do not know fear. They only serve. Deeper within the Titan, the Tech-Priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus oversee the machine spirit, the soul of the Titan. This entity is no mere program. It is an ancient will, thousands of years old, carrying the memories of every battle the Titan has ever fought. To command it requires ritual, reverence, and faith. The Tech-Priests whisper the litany of ignition, ancient prayers in binary cant, to soothe and appease the Titan's spirit. If the machine spirit is displeased, it can disable entire systems, or worse, refuse to fight. The Princeps is more than a pilot. He is the one who communes with the god that sleeps within the steel. Sometimes, the Titan's rage surges so violently that the Princeps suffers a neural backlash, blood streaming from his eyes, ears, and nose. But if he survives that storm, the Titan will accept him, and they will become one, half man, half god. The irony is cruel. Though a Titan wields the power to erase a city from existence, the humans inside are fragile, pitiful creatures. They live by the machine's breath, die with its fall, and sometimes vanish in an instant when their god collapses. Even after leaving the Titan, the Princeps often feels his feet tremble with phantom steps, or hears a deep rumble echoing within his chest, as if the machine spirit still whispers in his mind, "We are not finished yet. We still have battles to fight." The alarm blares, deep and heavy, like the roar of a beast awakening from its slumber. Inside the command chamber, every light turns crimson. A mechanical voice echoes through the Vox network. "Operation Exterminatus Delta 9, Titan Legio Graphonicus, deploy." The Princeps opens his eyes. The data display glass before him ripples with trembling runes, alive with motion. He feels the Titan stir, a chained monster about to be unleashed. "Activate auxiliary plasma reactors," he commands. The left Moderati strikes a console. Blue plasma energy floods through the conduits. With each surge, the Titan breathes harder, deeper. Below, hundreds of servitors move in perfect unison. No words, no emotion. Only the pounding rhythm of metal feet striking steel floors. The bay doors part. Sunlight floods in, gleaming across the Titan's dark gold armor. Outside, the battlefield stretches to the horizon, a sea of ash, flame, and broken starship hulls. In the distance, other Titans march as well, each step shaking the earth, clouds of dust rising like storm fronts. Over the comms, the Vox channels flare to life. Open quote, "Reaver-class Titan Magnus Ferrum, ready for engagement. Warlord Invictus Rex, heavy weapon systems online," close quote. Their Titan, Bellator Ultima, weighs over 4,000 tons and stands nearly 40 meters tall. When it moves, the ground cracks beneath its feet. Each step is a declaration. The Imperium has come to destroy. As the Titan enters firing range, the radar lights up with hundreds of targets, tanks, artillery, enemy fortifications. Synthetic adrenaline floods the Princeps' bloodstream. "Target lock, right plasma cannon," he orders. The Moderati complies instantly. The tactical screen before them highlights the battlefield, painting targets in crimson. "Plasma cannon charging, 90%, 100, fire!" A white-blue beam tears through the sky. A colossal column of flame erupts, engulfing an entire line of trenches. The heat within the cockpit spikes. The Titan shudders, growling with raw exhilaration. Target eliminated. A Moderati breathes, voice trembling, half with pride, half with fear. But the battlefield never grants mercy. From afar, anti-Titan lasers begin to strike back. Each crimson bolt slams into the energy shield, making the whole machine convulse. The flashes strobe relentlessly, thunder booming inside their skulls. The Princeps grits his teeth, forcing focus. "Overcharge shields to 120%. Maintain advance." "But that output will burn the energy deck servitors alive," one Moderati shouts. "I know," the Princeps roars, his voice carrying the weight of divine command. The giant machine keeps advancing. Each hit absorbed by the shields sends tremors through its frame, a deep rumble rolling across the air. Buildings crumble. Black smoke blankets the horizon. The world looks like the end of days, yet for them, it's just another day's work. And deep within, Bellator Ultima begins to awaken. Its machine spirit howls through the manifold. Data streams flicker in chaos. The Princeps feels his heartbeat merge completely with the Titan's. He is no longer a man. He is the beast. A voice speaks within his mind, low and ancient, not human. "We will crush them all." And so the Titan charges forward. Each thunderous step a hymn of annihilation. Smoke and fire blanket the battlefield. Titan Bellator Ultima strides deep into the heart of the enemy city, where armored war machines melt in seas of plasma. Below, thousands of Imperial Guard soldiers race behind it, like ants sheltering beneath the shadow of a god of war. Everything unfolds according to plan, until the radar screams a shrill alarm. Massive energy signature detected, 1,200 meters ahead. The Princeps' eyes snap open. On the display, a dark silhouette emerges, a Chaos Reaver-class Titan. The machine is twisted, its armor scarred with profane sigils, purple light leaking from its cracked plating. A corrupted machine spirit, maddened, bloodthirsty, howls within it. Target lock! All systems, full charge, the Princeps roars. The Titan shudders. Heat rises rapidly. Down below, servitors convulse under neural overload, their flesh searing in the rising temperature. The stench of ozone and burnt meat fills the air. Plasma core exceeding safe threshold, sir, a Moderati cries. Ignore the warning. Hold the firing line. Two Titans face each other amid the ruins, giants among ashes. Plasma bolts scream through the air, and the clash of metal resounds like thunder tearing the heavens. The first shot slams into the Chaos Titan's shields. Bellator Ultima reels, the entire cockpit shaking violently. The Princeps feels the Titan's agony echo through his mind, the machine spirit howling, half in pain, half in fury. Then comes the counterstrike. A massive plasma shell smashes into Bellator Ultima's chest. The entire Colossus jerks backward. The explosion shakes the earth. Red warning sigils flare across every screen. Energy shields collapsed. Thoracic armor breached. Auxiliary core destabilizing. The Princeps feels his heart seize. Neural feedback stabs through his skull like molten knives. Blood trickles from his ears, but still he shouts, "Hold position. We are not permitted to fall." One Moderati is thrown from his seat, skull cracking against the console. The other struggles to maintain the Vox link, voice trembling. Other units are withdrawing. Bellator Ultima, your orders? The Princeps closes his eyes, hearing the Titan's groaning voice inside his mind. It does not want to stop. No, we fight to the end. He places his trembling hand on the console and whispers an ancient Mechanicus prayer. Omnissiah, bear witness to this sacrifice. The Titan reawakens its weapons. Plasma cannons blaze, gears shriek like the screams of hell itself. Bellator Ultima fires one last shot, a blazing blue beam piercing straight through the Chaos Titan's chest. Both God Machines erupt almost simultaneously, consumed in a storm of fire. In the final instant before consciousness fades, the Princeps hears the Titan's whisper. Our mission is complete. Together. The last thing he sees is the crimson sky, and a strange serene calm as his soul dissolves into the Titan's data stream, becoming one with it. After the battle, only a charred fragment of armor was found, engraved with the name Bellator Ultima. And the Tech-Priests say that on stormy nights, they still hear a deep, distant tremor rising from beneath the earth, a hymn of steel for the souls that became one with the machine. In the universe of Warhammer 40K, greatness always comes with a price. And for those who serve within a Titan, that price is their very soul. They are not remembered as radiant heroes. No statues bear their likeness. No medals honor their deeds. They dissolve into the machine, vanishing within the roar of engines and the blinding glare of plasma fire. Yet it is these nameless souls who form the true heart of the Titan. For a Titan is not just steel, energy, or technology. It is sacrifice, unyielding will, and a prayer forged of iron and blood offered to the Imperium. So perhaps the next time you see a towering Titan stride across the battlefield, remember this. Each thunderous step not only crushes the enemy beneath its feet, but also engraves the names of the souls resting within, those who chose to serve, knowing they would never again be human. If you enjoy dark, tragic, and deeply human stories like this one from Warhammer 40K, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next journey. Together, we'll delve deeper into the hidden corners of the Imperium, where man, God, and machine become one. Because in Warhammer, there is only war. And in war, only those who dare to sacrifice become legends.